I remember one of my first times going to the beach, I had accidentally checked in on my Facebook, and that's kind of how I came out to my family about being a nudist.
I have been a nudist for a little over 8 years.
I've always been interested in it. I just, fell in love with it. The sun and the wind, it's just a great free feeling.
For me, the joy of nudism is comfort and is people feeling welcome.
What was my first experience like? My first experience was fun. I didn't get naked. I was there with a friend's band, that was the entertainment, and I was going to be nosy. It wasn't instantaneous with me. I didn't have enough positive body image to just get naked right away.
I found out through an online search that there was actually a nude beach near me. So upon a little bit of looking around online, I actually found someone on Craigslist. She was from out of state, just was looking for someone to hang out with, someone local, so I went.
My first nudist experience publicly was actually a nude beach, Sandy Hook, New Jersey. I went with two of my friends, and actually they surprised me. And then once I already was there, I had all my stuff, they were like, oh yeah, it's a nude beach. So I remember having a moment of thinking like, do I want to do this? Can I do this? And so I was like, yeah, I do want to do this, and I'm ready. So I kind of emotionally prepared myself for that.
Do people ever get excited? I would say this is probably my most common question that I am asked from guys.
Yes, there are situations where that happens. If that happens at my particular camp, we would go find a board member or men that we consider security, and those guys go address the issue.
First of all, I think people are afraid. They have more self-control than they realize. So I think the fear is that, oh, I'll totally lose control. And then when they're in the situation, they're like, oh, I don't feel like this is sexually charged.
A lot of guys who are curious about, going to the nude beach or something like that, they seem to be terrified of this happening. I'd say 99% of the time, it's not gonna happen.
We're never in a situation where us as women are ever fearful or afraid.
Are nudists mostly old men? I have gotten this question a lot. I would say that there are loads of nudist old men. Yes, but that said, that's not everybody that's interested in it.
From my personal experience, kind of 50-50 if you spread it out between the different types of places, I'd say.
Nudists are not mostly old men. That's definitely not it. People of color, there are not a ton of us, but there are a lot.
I'm actually a member of a few organizations. The first one I got into is called the Florida Young Naturists, specifically tailored to the young adults. We don't have anything against the older crowd, just trying to make the younger people feel more comfortable.
If you are looking at clubs with memberships, you're gonna see a lot of the old men. But if you're going to nude beaches, if you're going to events, if you're plugged into some more social media, people are active, people are doing it.
Are children invited? Are they welcome to the events or the different venues? Yes.
Nudism's roots was a family recreational activity where you engage with nature. You can be in a lake, you can be hiking, you can be camping, and you can do those things with your family.
My camp that I belong to is a family resort.
The pure essence of nudity and nudism is family-friendly nudism.
I have friends whose daughter was born into being a nudist. She knows nothing else. There are lots of adult nude resorts, but there are tons of family resorts all over the US.
So children are definitely welcome.
Have you become more confident after becoming a nudist? Definitely.
I don't think I ever really had a huge body issue or anything like that, but this definitely opens your eyes into, meeting people for actually the people that they are.
I actually had wanted to do a publicly naked thing for a while, but I was feeling nervous, I wasn't at the right spot with my body. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'll do it, when I go to the gym or when I lose the weight. And then year after year, I felt like I never lost the weight and I never got to the perfect body. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it with the body that I have right now.
There were so many people of so many races and so many sizes, and they were happier than me. And I wanted that.
What is the grooming situation like? There's all of it. There's manscaping, there's no manscaping.
I think that's very individual.
There are people out there who just want to go full natural, as you came, as you're born, but there are plenty of people nowadays just completely shaved.
That was something that I had worried about my first time, and I remember like wanting to make sure I shaved everything because I just thought that that was the default. And then I realized like you actually don't have to do that.
I know a lot of guys that are completely like they shave it, they wax it. I know a lot of ladies that shave everything and wax everything. I also know a lot of people that are hairy like bears.
Am I desensitized to nudity? I'd say so, yeah. Not necessarily like it's a bad thing.
I think in a weird way, I'm actually more sensitized to nudity in that I have a positive reaction.
What happened for me is you learn to appreciate everybody's flaws, just like you appreciate yours.
America's very hypersexualized, so being desensitized to that is a good thing, if anything.
I feel welcome, I feel happy, I feel like if I see nudity, I'm like, this person is my new friend.
The only thing we notice on each other now is if somebody gets a new tattoo or a new piercing or changes their hair, because that's all we got.
Once you get into the regularness of it, it's not a big deal anymore at all.
Do I tell people I'm a nudist? I tell everyone.
I do, and I am so glad that I get to be able to.
My family knows. I talk to my friends about it. We've had discussions about it, disagreements. Yeah, I think I'm pretty open about it. No issues there.
I wear it proudly. I encourage people that don't have positive body image to take a chance and try it out.
I have had some weird questions put on me. You know, like, how could you do that? Or what's wrong with you? Are you deviant?
People react mind blown at first. I have a daughter who's 31 who was not supportive in the beginning, but by the end of year 3, loved the mother that I'd become.
I would say that most of my nudist friends are, I would say, in the closet as far as nudism. They don't publicly acknowledge that they do it, and some of them are super passionate about it, have been doing it for years.
How has being a nudist impacted my dating life? Well, I wasn't really dating to begin with.
I mean, getting candid, haven't really had that much luck in that personally, but you know, getting on the dating apps and stuff like that, I included in my bio.
I would say that being a nudist has impacted my dating life. I mean, I would say in a good way.
I think it's definitely more of a struggle now, not because I can't find someone to date, but being a nudist is not something I'm gonna bend on.
It's better to be upfront about it than to just kind of slip it in there afterwards.
I have gone on nudist first dates before, which are fun. I think the biggest impact is like, you know, I feel like since becoming a nudist, I would want to date somebody that is a nudist also, or at least wants to do it with me.
Is it easier to date a nudist? I think it's easier only because when you meet people that aren't nudists, men assume, because I like to take my clothes off and play volleyball all the time, that I just want to take my clothes off for sexual purposes, and it's so far from the truth.
What's the best thing about being a nudist? Oh, there's so many. I actually would say the people. Like, it's fun to be naked by myself, but I would say it's actually the community. It's something that I never expected.
I would say, you know, the freedom, body acceptance that comes along with it.
Honestly, it's how they made me love me. I didn't love all of myself before then.
When I first got out there, I was worried it was going to be so embarrassing. People are going to be staring at me, watching me and all that. Not even close to being the case. No one's paying attention to you because everybody's naked.
I've done nudist travel. I've had so many fun nudist adventures, great stories. There's a lot of just like warmth and acceptance, and I think that's been the most exciting thing.
I didn't have positive body image prior to becoming a nudist. I thought I did. It's my joy. I love all of me.
You know, there's nothing to worry about. There's no reason to be apprehensive about it. There's just try it out if you're thinking about it.